guys, this is Ozzy from Wanderlust Center, where I provide unique views, advice, and stories for you, the passionate traveler. Today I'm going to talk about two unique things that I learned during my trip to Turkey. Let's get into it. The first thing we're going to talk about is Turkish cuisine. Now, before we get into talking about Turkish cuisine, we need to learn about the history, or a little bit about the history of Turkish cuisine. As some of you might know, Turkey was the Ottoman Empire. The empire had expanded to 3 continents: Asia, Africa, and Europe. Also, because of where it sat in the world, it was the trading route between East and West. Because of these factors, the Ottoman Empire was able to import a lot of goods such as spices to be able to create different stuff. Also, with the clashing of different cultures, different countries, and cooking, the Turkish was able to style a certain way of cooking. And because of that, we have Turkish cuisines, which I will explain my experience when I went out to Turkey. We're going to talk about the taste, and I'm going to break down 4 things that I want to discuss when dining or eating Turkish cuisine. The first thing I want to talk about are the spices. Now, when you have Turkish cuisine, you're going to find out that there are a few dishes that are very spicy, really spicy. They love to have spice in their meals. Because of this, you're gonna have a few meals that are really hot and you're gonna be breathing out fire. But because of that, the food's not bland, it's really good. So you have different spices such as cinnamon that are in the meals, and they actually make it really wonderful. Now, if you are a person who doesn't like spicy stuff, just be prepared, because Turkey cuisine will have spices, but that's not the only thing. It's not in everything. But even so, expect to have some spices in a few of the Turkish cuisines, which actually makes the meal good. I enjoyed it. It was wonderful to have the different spices in there. The next thing we're going to talk about when it comes to taste is sweets. Obviously, if you have something spicy, there will be something sweet. In the Turkish cuisine world, sweets are everything. It is very popular in Turkey. The Turkish love their sweets. So you have a variety of stuff that will, if you have a sweet tooth, I guarantee you will love Turkey. So one of the famous desserts or treats out there is the Turkish Delight. For some of you who don't know what a Turkish Delight is, it's one of these chewy cube treats that's powdered with sugar on top. Or yeah, sugar on top and sugar on bottom sometimes. They come in different flavors, but they are very good to eat. I find myself, when I was out there, eating like an entire year's supply of Turkish Delights. That's how good Turkish Delights are. They're awesome treats. Also, there are many different treats in Turkey that shows the culture, shows how much the people of Turkey love their sweets. You'll never eat the same thing, because there's just so many sweets to try out. And I suggest, if you love sweets, to try out as much stuff as you can in Turkey, because it is delicious. You will enjoy having sweets. Moving on, we're going to talk about the freshness. Now, in Turkey, everything is fresh. Like I said, I've been to many places, and I love eating fresh stuff, like stuff that's just picked out from the ocean or picked out from a tree. Turkey doesn't play around with their freshness. They believe that having fresh food makes it the highest quality you could get, will give you the best quality of dining experience, and they make sure that you have everything fresh. Like the fish, they pull it right from their sea in Marmara, and you get served the freshest seafood. The meats are raised in farms in Turkey, and they are well taken care of, and you get the best quality of stuff. the fruits and vegetables. They grow a lot of it in Turkey, and you will be surprised how juicy the tomato is that they grew in Turkey. It's like the juices are just bursting out of your mouth. The fruits and vegetables are really good. The apples are crisp. So a lot of the stuff in Turkey is very fresh. The country values freshness when they are serving meals to you. And this is everywhere. This doesn't matter. Everywhere in Turkey. It doesn't matter where you go. They value the freshness because they know the importance of having an excellent dining experience, and they want to make sure that you as a visitor enjoy their stuff. Like I said, Turkish hospitality is very important, so quality of food to them is very important. I also did a video about Turkish hospitality, about what I learned about going out there, so I will leave a video link here in the description box or the comment section below. Please check that out because I think that will give you much insight of telling you how safe the country is. It is a very safe country. The people there are very friendly, and it's a wonderful country to see and meet the people. But because of the Turkish hospitality, the quality of food is very, very, very important, and you won't be disappointed when you go out to Turkey. The last thing we're going to talk about with taste is that there are plenty of stuff. You will be fulfilled. The food is so filling that you won't be starving out there. I guarantee you, which I have to admit, expect to gain some weight out there because the food is just so rich and so delicious and so fresh that you're gonna gain some weight. It's unavoidable. Don't expect to gain at least 5 pounds because the food is just that great. The food you get different stuff such as rice, you get different meats, you get, if you're a vegetarian, the Turkish culture, even though they tend to be a lot of the meat central, they do have some options for vegetarians or vegans who don't want to eat meat. But just to give you warnings for if you're a vegan or vegetarian, that it is kind of meat central, so just be ready to ask for a vegetarian meal or a vegan meal, whatever. Especially if you're in Istanbul, the main cities such as Istanbul, they'll have some places where you can go dine and don't have to get meat if you don't want to. But it doesn't matter if you're a meat eater or a vegetarian. The food out there is fulfilling. You will be full. You're gonna have to do a lot of walking, which is good because when you're going to places such as Istanbul, there's a lot of places to walk. You're gonna want to walk, and you're gonna burn off a lot of calories. But just to let you know, the food is so good, it tastes so delicious out there that you won't stop. You're gonna eat a lot of good stuff. Moving on, we're going to talk about the tradition of cooking Turkish meals. When you go out there, I suggest going to one of the holes in the walls in Turkey and seeing how they cook a traditional Turkish meal. It is a show. It is really amazing. It's a phenomenal thing. When I went to one of the restaurants out there in Turkey, the people were kind enough to show us how the traditional Turkish meal is cooked. It is very wonderful. One of the things I saw is that they took this little pot and they put the meat and everything, and they let it cook, and they added fire. And what they did was, like, they heated the meat. It was cooking, and when it was done, they opened the pot and you could smell the wonderful flavors just clashing together, mixing together, and just pleasing the senses. You know, I was so happy when I saw this and I smelled it, and it was just divine. It was crazy how good it was. And like I said, it goes back to quality. I mean, they value quality and they value their traditions, because their traditions is what made their food very high quality and delicious. And if you get an opportunity to go to Turkey, go to one of these hole in the walls. They're all over the place in Turkey, especially if you go to Istanbul. They'll do traditional cooking, Turkish cooking, even Ottoman Empire cooking, which is another world. But it is worth seeing, is worth experiencing to see the tradition. I appreciate it, seeing that, as it made me appreciate Turkey. I love Turkey very much. It was a wonderful thing to see the hospitality, the kindness of people just doing traditional stuff, and when they didn't have to, but they wanted to show what it was like to cook Turkish meals traditionally. And I will always appreciate that. I will always love that. It's the driving force of why I want to return to Turkey, because I want to see more of this stuff when it comes to cooking. The next thing we're going to talk about is made in Turkey. What do I mean when I say made in Turkey? I'm saying the quality of stuff that gets made in Turkey, such as teacups and carpets. Turkey is an excellent place to get souvenirs to take home that will last you almost a lifetime, in my opinion. I got some multiple souvenirs, such as some jewelry, a quilt for my mom to take back, which she loves. When I got the quilt, according to the guys who sold it to me, they were awesome guys, they say some old lady made the quilt. It took her 3 years to make that quilt. Think about it, 3 years, handmade material from the finest materials out in Turkey. 3 years to make that in my quilt. I gave to my mom. That is the quality that the Turkish people love. It's not only just food, but it's everything that they try to give to people who want it. They value quality. It was really nice to see the carpets. I almost bought multiple carpets because they were well made and they looked really good. I love the designs of the carpets, and it was just wonderful. But I didn't want to spend too much, because I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna come back to Turkey again another day and I'll get a carpet then. But the quality is amazing. Now I'm going to give you some tips about buying some stuff that you want to take home with you. So the first thing is, make sure you have your haggling skills. If you are not good in trying to make deals, you need to play some Monopoly. If you need to, do whatever. But they expect you to haggle. So don't be satisfied with the original price that the dealer is trying to sell you when you go out to Turkey. They expect you to come with a counter offer so you can reduce the price, and then you sit and you go back and forth. They'll serve you tea and coffee, and they'll talk to you, and it's fun. And haggling in Turkey is very fun. I also did a video on that and where it's the tradition. Check that one. I will post it up here in the description box or the comment section below. But it is fun to haggle in Turkey. The people there are nice, and it's fun, and they'll treat you like family, like brothers, arguing over something, but it is fun to do. I had a blast haggling, discussing prices. Another tip is shop around. If you're not satisfied with one area, just go next door. This is true if you go to the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul. You'll see a bunch of stores. Pretty much, if you don't like what you want or don't have what you want, just go somewhere else. There are plenty of areas to see into buying what you want or need. So just shop around. Just be ready to say no. But I warn you, the Turkish dealers out there, they are very persuasive guys. They are very friendly. They believe in killing you with kindness and hopes to get that sale. But they don't really pressure you a whole lot until you start haggling, until they know that you are a potential buyer. So just keep that in mind when you go out to Turkey. It's just they're gonna try to reel you in with kindness, and they won't pressure you that much until they think that they can get you to buy something. So just don't worry, you can always say no and move on. But just be able to just shop around, see what happens. A lot of times the Turkish dealers will give you their card, so you know if there's something that you want from them, you can always come back and say, hey, I want this. So just be ready. to shop around and look around and find the best deal.
Hi, my name is Ozzy Henry, and you're on my channel, Wanderlust Syndrome. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and share this video, and come along with my journey as I explore the world and sharing unique views, advice, and stories.